Hello.
Welcome to the Borkenkafer Tech Tree Showcase, where I'm going to go through from tier 5 all the way up to tier 11 to show you how to perform, but more importantly what to watch out for along the way. Now I have done this line before, but we're going to revisit it because it has got now a tier 11. We start out at tier 5 with the Leopard. Now this tank does actually have two different guns that you can choose from. You have the autocannon, which you can see here, and then you have the more standard one-shot gun, which is just going to have 70 alpha with 116 standard penetration, 140 premium pen. But let's be honest, the autocannon is a lot more fun. You have 30 average damage with 95 standard penetration. The premium rounds being APCR bumps up to 110. The HE on this vehicle is absolutely irrelevant at 15 pen, but it does do 40 damage. So that's kind of okay, I guess. You have a 15-second reload time to do the entire clip and a 0.14 second intra-clip reload, which means that it is just literally a machine gun. And you have 12 rounds in the magazine. This gives you 1,200 DPM, nearly 1,300, 0.42 accuracy, and a 1.57 second aim time. I won't lie to you, this gun, very fun. But it's also not as good as I remember it. At least, I don't think it was this little shells in the magazine. I believe it used to last longer, but now it just really doesn't. Old age, I guess. You have 650 hit points and you go at 60 kilometers out forwards, 22 in reverse, and a 25.4 power to weight. You have 35% camo, which is not amazing, but also not bad for this tier. And you have 458 meters view range. We are using optics, vents, and stab. You know what? It was actually quite nice going back to this vehicle. It doesn't have any armor, and therefore I'm not going to show you the armor model because, well, it's absolutely irrelevant. The same as the rest of this line. But this tank in particular, it just feels kind of fun. And at tier 5 as well, you can get away with a lot more than you think about. Because, well, it's tier 5. It's a fever dream most of the time. Okay, your favourite light tank enjoyer, BotMax, at it again at tier 5. Here we go. What light tanks do I have? A G Destroyer and an EV... Wait, where's the ELC? ELC? Mod check? Oh, he's with the other tanks. Right, we just whack... Good. Good. This is excellent. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. My light tanks are doing something very different from what I would be doing as a more gooder light tank. I mean, he's going to a different map. What is this team deployment, by the way? What are they doing? I wonder how many is going to destroy him. Do you reckon this blimp will end up killing one of my team? No is the answer. That's good. This does feel slightly slow. My team is winning. Oh, beautiful. Look at that. Amazing damage. Where is he going? Good aim, Max. Good aim. I mean, we've won this side. They've won that side. But our defenders of the base are here, waiting. There's actually a cubby hole there. I did not know about this. $187 damage. This is good damage. Strong damage. We've got no spotting, but it's strong damage. I should probably go and deal with these. I do remember this having a bigger clip than before. There's another Leo. Oh, there are two Leos. I have no idea what I'm doing. I can't go that far. You can't go that far. I forgot. I was like, why is everything red? It has like 380 meters to the maximum that it can travel because a low caliber autoloader. Not that's going to matter here. Hello. Please don't one-shot me. Of course you direct hit me. Why wouldn't you? We have a very interesting time whenever we play tier 5. It really is just eye-opening every time I play this tier. Good. This was only a first class, but It's tier 5. Do you really care? Apply. At tier 6, we have the VK2801. And no, it does not have the 105 gun, because that has been moved to the well-deserved reward tanks. This has 110 alpha damage with 132 standard penetration. The premium rounds, being APCR, bumped up to 158. The HE rounds on this vehicle have 38 pen with 175 alpha damage. Not that good. Mostly only for destroying objects or decapping an enemy base. You do get a 3.23 second reload time, and that gives you 2000 DPM, 0.34 dispersion, and 1.73 second aim time. This gun is actually pretty good. It feels very, very snappy, has the good reload, has the good DPM, and overall just a nice comfy gun to use. Remember that you are a light tank, but that doesn't mean that you never ever use the gun, and especially with these vehicles in particular, you will be using the gun a lot. You have 780 hit points, and you go at 64 km/h forwards, 22 in reverse, and a 26.4 power to weight. You have 38% camo with 473 meters view range. Now, referring back to the camo, we are using low noise exhaust, optics, and a rammer, as well as a camo crew. Now, the reason why the exhaust is in the boosted slot here is because you need the camo more than anything else on these vehicles. And honestly, a lot of the time, you can kind of forgo boosting up the optics for camo with a lot of light tanks. A lot of the time, about outspotting the enemy light tank, you are going to need more camo than they have. And just boosting that up will help you out massively. This tank is quite fun. However, it is very, very boxy and big. But that's something that you're going to have to get used to with this line, because they're all kind of similar in that regard. They can be a very, very big target in comparison to other light tanks, but the combat capacity in combination with the scout ability at times when you need it is very, very good. Overall, I like this thing. Is it a bit sad that it got rid of the 105? Yes, but oh well. We go to the left, we go and try and do some spotting. I also think that every single game has had 3 light tanks so far. Oh dear. Is this bush that I'm within enough? Like, does that give me enough camo? I guess so. Otherwise he would have spotted me by now. Right. G, he's just spamming all the G's. I don't really know what they expected, if I'm honest. They went up onto a ridgeline, shot at a light tank, got spotted and died. If you don't want to get spotted, probably don't go up in the middle of a ridgeline where there's a light tank to your right. I mean, he did manage to flip his tank within the first minute as well, which, yeah. Oh, look. This is not my spotting. Whose spotting is it? There's no way it's this guy's spotting. Is it the setter? I have to do damage here. I'm not getting any spotting, so I need to try and do damage. I can't peek up too far because all the TDs are at this bush here. I also can't really peek this. I'm proxied by that. I mean, maybe we just go around to the right and I'm going to this bush. This feels way too open. Maybe I can just proxy the Skoda again. Yeah. Once the Skoda's out of the game, we can push up a little bit, try and deal with the P43, and then also kill the Scorpion as well. I want to keep this guy's proxied though. Nice. And that is an impressive peak. Oh, why have you got autoloader syndrome? Stop. Stop. You don't need to YOLO just because you're an autoloader. There is no need to YOLO everything. Good. Good. What a fantastic game. We go straight up the hill. Off we go. They won't hit it. I misread that. I thought it was the same tank as me. It turns out that was the derp one. Aha! I mean, what is he doing? What am I doing? You know what? I think we'll just take the last game as the best tier 6 game. In fact, I think we take the last game and this game as the best tier 6 game. What is happening back here? What's going on here? These are not triangles. Why is triangle further forwards? Why is triangle looking at a house? What is triangle is broken. Triangle. What's the other triangles doing? Other triangles are gaming. Everything's fine. Do you know what? These two games, you've seen enough of this vehicle. We can move on. Moving up to the tier 7, we have the SP1C. Alpha damage has increased to 220 with 158 standard penetration. The premium rounds being heat this time go up to 210. The HE rounds on this vehicle have 45 pen with 270 alpha. That's not that bad, especially when you're meeting other light tanks. You can get some good HE pens with this. You have a 6.06 second reload time, and that gives you nearly 2,200 DPM, 0.32 accuracy, and a 1.97 second aim time. This does feel like a very nice step up in the gun department, and again, because of the nature of these vehicles, you're going to be using the gun a lot. And it just feels very, very nice having the higher alpha. It deters other light tanks, it deters other players from coming near you and actually wanting to fight you. You get 1,000 hit points and you got 58 kilometers an hour forwards, 22 in reverse, and a 23.54 power to weight. A little bit less than the other ones that you've just been playing. You do get 42% camo, however, with 483 meters view range. Once again, with the same setup as we did with the previous tank. We have low noise, optics, and rammer with a camo crew. 42% camo is pretty good for this tier. However, if you go one tier higher matchmaking, you're in a lot of trouble. And that is because CVS exists. Because tier 8 will be able to have CVS and you do not at tier 7. This means that if you do get matched up against a tier 8 or higher light tank, then you're just massively outperformed by them, because CVS in combination with optics is just absolutely insane for spotting. It really does help that you have a nicer alpha damage gun now, because it will deter people from playing against you, including other tanks that are the same tier as you, not just light tanks but also medium tanks that might want to try a one-on-one fight. You do have the DPM and the alpha to kind of deter them away from that. But tier 7 is just in a very, very bad situation because CVS exists at tier 8. Either way though, I don't mind this tank. I do like it. I think that it is quite a nice small little tank and it feels quite nice to play. It's a little bit different from what the other tanks are in the line as well, because this is a lot more of a kind of just a little box, whereas the other ones are a bit more of a big box. So it's kind of nice. Okay, we have a scouting map. This is good. This is a good start. We now need to try and find a bush. Once we find bush, you enter bush and you're happy. The ally T71 CMCD has drowned. Good. Excellent. Fantastic. There is 3 light tanks on each side. However, I am the only one playing. One of them has drowned on my team. The other one is AFK. He has movement. He's come alive. Okay. Hello? Excellent. Professional marksmen on my team. Come on, Tim. Obliterate him. Good. See, very, very simple. You find bush, you sit in bush, happy diamond noises. I mean, to be fair, it is quite a far shot to hit. T20, hello, hello. I'm seeing a concerning lack of damage being done from the spotted tanks. Oh! Team! Team! 'Tis time! Shoot! There is no way. We should be okay. Everything will be fine. Everything is not fine. Right, everything is very, very much unfine. We just keep running. Don't worry about it. Everything is fine. Just use the W key. See, we're still getting some assistance damage. Does my team win the south or not? Okay. This is very, very bad. I'm not gonna lie, chat. I don't think we're ever gonna win this game. That was fun. There is potential here. This is good. Good potential on this map. EBR is going that way. He has no camo. Okay. I think I can go right here. I don't know whether or not it's better to go left and then down like that, or if it's fine to do this. It's probably better to go around like that. You probably lose less speed. Right, we start out just here. We'll start just here. It would be nice to go into this bush, but the problem is that I don't want to go into there and then overcommit, and then I can't escape. Especially considering there's no one up on the right-hand side here. I mean, we still get enough spotting as they cross over. Yeah. Yeah, so that would have been just stupid. Maybe we can deal with this. Oh, come on. Someone can shoot him, surely. No? Right. Okay. Please! Oh. Just go up a bit too high. Just go up a little bit too high. That nearly hit me. I don't even know if I can overcommit this now. And like try and go up into that bush. I think it's just not worth it. The RTE is just going to forever try and shoot this. Go on. Up you go. Perfect. And he doesn't spot it either. Very good. Okay. I want to see if I can now get into there. I don't know if I can. Very, very good. Now we're chilling. Now we are chilling. There isn't a lot of people to shoot, though. I mean, the Hellcat is there. The National's there. This is here. I guess if they go up that way, I spot them as well. Nice. At least they're taking damage. Good. Good, good. Oh, he's just going to continue. I see. Yes, that's normal. And then this guy's pushing as well. I need to do damage. I have to do damage here. I can't afford to, like, not do damage at this point. Because we're already lost. How is my team losing this bad? What is happening? I should be able to peek up on this, spot this guy, and just shoot him. Okay, that's fine. We can maybe deal with the tiger if he pushes. We just go into this bit. Our Black Prince might be able to deal with that guy. Maybe. I don't know. There's an 88. If he fires, I'm shooting. He is aware. Look at him. I mean, there is... I was going to say there's a much bigger issue, which is the cap, but I think that's an even bigger issue than the cap. Ah, the Black Prince 2 did not win that fight. You know, chat, sometimes you just lose games. Alright? You can try your best. Sometimes that's just not enough. They've stopped capping. Where's the 88 gone? Can I escape this somehow? No. The 88 has pushed. I can't even pen the 88 either. You can't win everything, alright? Sometimes your team is just bad. At tier 8, we have the Hawk 12. Alpha damage is once again up to 240, with 180 standard penetration. The pre-rounds being heat go up to 250 pen. And HE on this vehicle is 45 pen with 320 alpha. However, interestingly, the heat rounds on this vehicle are actually the fastest shell of any of the types. It goes at 1130, whereas the AP round will go at 980, and the HE round will go at 720. You get a 6.91 second reload time, and that gives you 2000, nearly 2100 DPM. 0.32 accuracy, and a 1.8 second aim time. The gun feels very, very good. This is actually another comfy gun in the line, but realistically, you're going to get that with all of these guns going forwards now. Alpha damage is not actually super, super great, but 240 at tier 8 used to be what it used to be on most medium tanks. So to have it on a light tank doesn't feel too bad. But the DPM in combination with it, and it has a good reload time, it's nice. Not to mention more than accurate enough as well. You get 1,250 hit points and you got 65 kilometers an hour forwards, 23 in reverse, and a 35.45 power to weight. By far the fastest vehicle that we've seen so far. You have 43% camo with 508 meters view range. We are now using low noise, optics, and CVS, but you'll notice that CVS is not in the boosted slot. Still, we have low noise here. Once again, going back to the camo is super important on these vehicles in particular. You only get 43%. And as you go higher up in the tiers, the camo is super important because most tanks are going to have about 50 to 55% at the very best of tiers. Where you have only 30 or 40, feels a little bit lacking. Once again though, this tank is just a perfect continuation of the line. It feels lovely to play, but the thing is with all of these tanks, they are big. They might not look massive. As you'll see here, this is not a massive tank, but in comparison to something like an even 90, which you will get matched up against, it feels massive. But then again, the even 90 definitely does not get the combat capacity that you have with this vehicle. And remember, that's 2,000 DPM. We don't have a rammer on this thing. If you were to have all the field mods and get dual loadouts, you'd be able to have a damage build and a scouting build, meaning that you'll be more than capable of dealing with anyone that you meet. But then again, that's just the price you pay of actually grinding this tech tree. But as you are just grinding the tech tree, you'll not have access to that. I would like to go into this bush. I don't know if the Bulldog is going into it. He's not. Okay. We chill in the bush. Okay. We might get blind fired. I don't know. But at least from here, we'll be able to spot something. CS. And there's still a lot of TDs that haven't been spotted yet. There's still lots and lots of tank destroyers. And I think a lot of them will be behind this. Just waiting. Or they'll be doing that. That's also an option, apparently. The problem is, to actually hit one of these things, when you're not, like, up close, where me and this Bulldog are, is going to be real bad for him. Oh. Lovely. Now we just need to deal with the Blesk. I want to push up a little bit. I want to try and go into this bush here. If I can, I'll try and put a HE shell into this guy. Just like a quick peek up, and then just... Wait. I don't want to be there. I want to be behind this bit. Perfect. Then we just back off instantly and just hide. But it's not directly there anymore. We sit. We sit and wait. The Wind Hunt is the only one that hasn't been spotted yet. Do we have shots on this? Oh, please tell me that he's understood the assignment. Oh, he has! Look at him! He's understood the mission. The Wind Hunt is there. That's not a good thing. Oh. I don't want him to die, though. Don't die. Don't die. Just hide. Just hide. Okay. This is good. Uh-oh. Come, go back, go back, go back, go back. Good, good, good. Wind Hunt gone. Right, now we can leave. Oh, beautiful. Actual teamwork. It's been a while since I've seen actual teamwork in World of Tanks. I should be able to get a shot on this. Beautiful. I like this guy. This guy's great. My spotting? Sure. Sure thing. You know what? This is not like an outstanding game, but we accept these games. Apply. Moving up to tier 9 with the RU-251. You still have the same 240 alpha damage, but your penetration is at 215. And the heat rounds are at 250, the same as the previous tank. However, the HE rounds of this vehicle are 102 pen with 320 alpha damage. This is very, very good for taking out light tanks. You have a 6.28 second reload time at nearly 2,300 DPM. 0.32 accuracy, 1.8 second aim time. The gun is now very, very good. It's accurate enough, has good DPM, has good aim time, has basically everything you want regarding soft stats, and also having the very, very good HE rounds. You have 1,640 hit points, and you got 70 km/h forwards, 24 in reverse, and a 35 power to weight. You have 44% camo rating with 508 meters view range. Once again, utilizing the same loadout as last time, low noise, CVS, and optics. So this tank is actually a very, very good upgrade from the previous one. Not because you get more alpha or anything like that, because you don't, but it's faster, more mobile as well, not just that it's just purely faster in a straight line, it's also more traversable around the map. It does have the very good HE rounds, and you can quickly deal with any target that you meet. You see an EBR or something like that, they're not in for a good time. Especially if you did have this field modded and did have 2 loadouts, even better. And it also looks like a mini Leo, sort of. I mean, how can you be angry with that? First of all, just go to the rubble piles. We already have light tank. I don't know what he's going to do, but he's probably going to go down the other bit. Whereas at least then I can just go and sit up here. I have enough people behind me that should be able to help me as well. Okay, cool, she just hit that. Why not? Do I spot this as he goes out? I'm not actually sure if I spot this. The view range is on the very, very edge. I think he's going to have real bad view, like camo. We might be able to get some assistance here. There's the strids. This is a great spot, by the way. Like you can just outplay every single light tank that wants to play their own little game down here. And if you get here fast enough, you can then spot everybody, even the people that cross at the back. But like you run the risk of just getting YOLO'd at the start. So you kind of need to keep moving. Otherwise, yeah. Then their even 90 is at the very back of the map. As long as this Project Louis dies, I mean Stitch will come and kill them anyway. He needs this. Okay, good. And now what I'm going to do is just push up to the next rubble pile and we just chill up here now. Poke a little bit just to see. We actually get spotted when we poke. I don't know whether or not that's the T832 or if there's someone in the bush. There is someone there. I can't shoot him though. Alright, everybody hits this. Okay, let's progress. Let's see if the Nomad is here. He's not. Put one into the SU. Ah, Saladin is also here. I'm just going to go and proxy this then. I'll try and proxy this and then he can't run away. He's just perma stuck here. The team should win this. Should. Alright, there we go. Now that he's running away, we can maybe do a little peek just to see what the SU's doing. SU's not there. The SU is all the way over the other side now. Yeah! Yeah, why not? Thomas is on his way. Can I shoot this? I mean, the answer is yes. Should I shoot it, though, is a completely different thing entirely. For that one, yes. We now have to play cleanup. So we just need to play a bit more clever. We're going to go and dip down all the way back into the base in a second. Or at least try to. We'll get Amarak back in a sec. Leo PTA will be able to kill this. And he'll do that in one shot. So this is good. I don't know if he spots me. Get my Amarak back. And then I'm going to try and go all the way up into the corner bit. Don't know what the 257's doing. 257's there. I should have enough camo to go all the way up into here. And then I can start farming the 257. As long as the T95 hasn't somehow got into here, we're okay. Go behind the bush. And we begin farming. That's not going to help you. Might be able to put one into this guy as well. And he'll never spot me at this because he's completely out of the view range. Although I can't pen him frontally. Zvilling! And the Zvilling's gonna... No, I don't think we're getting any more damage on him. That was a good game though. I mean, 4k spotting, 1.7k damage, 1 kill. Apply. At tier 10, we have the Rheinmetall Panzerwagen. Your alpha damage has gone up to 320. You have 242 standard penetration, and the premium rounds being heat go up to 280. The HE rounds on this vehicle are 120 pen with 420 alpha. Even better than the previous vehicle. You get a 6.22 second reload with 3,000, nearly 3,100 DPM, 0.29 accuracy, and a 1.23 second aim time. However, we are using the damage build for this tank, and that is because at tier 10, I am going to now use field mods just so I can fully show you what the tank is actually capable of. If you were to go ahead and use the scouting build, then you would get a 7.18 second reload time, 2,600, nearly 2,700 DPM, 0.3 accuracy, and a 1.26 second aim time. And just for the purposes of the rest of the stats for this bit, I am going to stay in the scouting build. You get 1,890 hit points, and you got 75 forwards, 25 in reverse, and a 43.65 power to weight. You get 41% camo with 520 meters view range. And the two builds that I was using, for the scouting build, we have low noise, CVS, and optics. And then for the damage dealing build, we have the rammer and vents in the replacement of CVS and optics. We still have the low noise because the low noise is super important. Because as you can see, you still only get 41, nearly 42% camo, even with vents added on. Moving on to the field mods, we obviously go for the top forward speed on the right hand side for the first one. You can then have the choice, you could go for more DPM or you can go for more accuracy. I always usually go for the DPM. You're going to want to have the DPM when you do come up against other light tanks, and the accuracy, yeah, it might help you out a little bit at further distances, but most of the time, I'd rather just shoot faster. This one is actually a no-brainer to me because you could have one side which you could just avoid most of the time, or you could have faster reverse speed. And then because this tank does have very good base view range, you can actually go for the camo over here, which is the left-hand side, because, well, the view range doesn't really go down too much. 474 meters, and we aren't using optics. That's pretty good. And then it will bump up the camo to nearly 44%. And then for the final one, make sure it's on the right-hand side because this will assist CVS even more. This is going to reduce the camo of enemy vehicles behind foliage, which means that if they are behind a bush, they get less camo by 3%. If you do go for the left-hand side, it doesn't really make sense for most vehicles. This is only really kind of helpful to other light tanks, which could be helpful, yes. But most of the time, tanks are going to lose camo when they're on the move. And then decreasing it by a further 3%, I'd much rather have it when they're just behind a bush. So for the RHM, the only real problem is the camo on this tank. Everything else is actually great, but the issue actually comes when you need to scout and outspot other tanks. If you come up against a Manticore, you're having a rough time. Hell, even if you come up against an even 90, you're having a rough time. What you need to do in this vehicle, if you are just grinding it as it is, just use the scouting build. Don't go for a damage build unless you really want to, because when you do get on those scouting maps, you're not going to have a good time. And honestly, it's pretty unfair that you need to go and grind out 320,000 XP and then go and do another 220 or whatever it is for the field mods. That's a lot of grinding before the tank truly becomes usable. But yeah, as a lot of you might think, 44% is a lot. I mean, if you are using the scouting build, it goes down a little bit, so 43%. That's not really a lot when it comes to tier 10 levels of light tanks. But then again, this is not really a true scout. So what this is meant to do is just do a lot of damage and be so annoying to the enemy team that they just don't really know where you're going to pop up next. Do we want to have the damage dealing setup or the CVS spotting setup? I think we just want damage dealing. It is against a Manticore, so I'm going to load the Hee round, and we're going to try and go up to here. Maybe we spot the Manticore if he's going up this way. I doubt it, though. There is some people. Okay. No one can shoot the Borkenkafer, though. KR1 is doing some interesting things. Yeah, I'm not so sure on this one either. Can't spot the Hirsch anymore. Any shots on this? Ooh. The problem is that I think I'm being proxy spotted by this all the time. Oh! Wait, the Manticore is there. I even spotted him. Yeah, that's not good. I mean, the BZ has just thrown away his entire tank. Hello, Manticore. I mean, if you're going to sit there, you're going to get farmed. Okay, or you can just go off a cliff. That works. Yeah. We just try and just deal as much damage as we can to this. The CS being here is really annoying. I think I can actually... Maybe I can go a little bit further this side now, and I'm safe. So I'm safe from this as well. Really? What's a 268? Oh. I need to run. I need to run from this and try and get out of the way, because that's just getting crossfired now. Try and deal with the CS. The CS is on 102 health. And I can go up here. I should be able to deal with him. Okay. 140 is run off. The contriver is a problem. Contriver's quite a big problem, actually. I might be able to deal with him by using this tree. I can. Come on. I'm gonna run out of heat though. I'm gonna run out of heat and it's a big issue when I do. Where's he looking? $140 in the mid as well, which is a problem. We've already switched back to APCR to try and conserve the heat round because I might need it later. It's 5-4. We've done damage, but like, there's still so much to do at the moment. Finish him, please. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Anyone at the very back? I can't tell. I'll try and deal with the 268. Actually, the FV will see me. Oh, that's really annoying. He doesn't see me. Oh well, we're dead. He doesn't have the good fill mod. He doesn't have heart. Wait, does he have hardening? I don't know. Whatever, man. Man, we've done so much. And yet it just feels like I'm the only person playing the game. I didn't expect him just to YOLO out like that. I really didn't. But he doesn't know what's behind. Or maybe he does. I don't know. I mean, you know what? This was a very good game of showcasing this tank. Like, this is exactly what this tank does. It's not a pure light tank. It just deals a lot of damage. And yes, you can scout, but yeah, as you saw, like, you can't carry everything. And finally, for the tier 11, the Borkenkafer. And just before we start, this will be in the fully upgraded state. Now, this is because I show you all the tanks in the fully upgraded state, not from what it would be in the stock grind. Yes, I could do this, but then everything's red, and that's not how I played it when I was in game. You have 340 alpha damage with 249 standard penetration. The premium rounds being heat go up to 290. The HE rounds on this vehicle have 120 pen with 440 alpha damage. You have a 6.33 second reload time with 3200 DPM. 0.28 accuracy, and a 1.23 second aim time. This is obviously using the damage dealing build like we were with the RHM, so let's go ahead and look at the actual scouting one, which will then knock this down again to that 7.18 second reload time, the same as the RHM, 2.8k DPM, 0.29 accuracy, and a 1.26 second aim time. This is just more like a medium tank gun than a true light tank gun. But then again, this is the only light tank at tier 11 at the time of making this video. In the future, this might change, and then this tank could be a lot better or a lot worse than another light tank that is introduced. But currently, that's pretty good and can deal with a lot of tanks that you meet. And we will stay with the scouting build for the rest of the stats. You have 1,950 hit points, you got 75 km/h forwards, 25 in reverse, and a 44.5 power to weight. You only have 41% camo, but you do have 520 meters view range. Now, at tier 11, I would recommend that you put bounty equipment on your tank if you have it, because any advantage that you can get is extremely good at tier 11 because your tank is already so good in comparison to everything else. Why not make that difference even greater? We are obviously using the same equipment as we were with the previous tanks, low noise, CVS and optics, but low noise in the chosen slot. And then for the damage dealing build, we do have low noise, rammer and vents. Same as the RHM. Now, since this is tier 11, you do get an ability with this vehicle. And to be honest with you, this ability actually goes quite well with this tank. What this ability will do, if you shoot someone with it chosen, by default you have to press X, I believe, and then shoot the enemy target, it will then mark them for however many seconds depending on the upgraded parts. It is up to 12.5 seconds with a fully upgraded tank. What this will do, if the enemy is spotted at the time of you shooting it, it will increase the damage by a certain percent as well. 15% if it is maxed out. But it will also keep that target spotted for that duration, meaning that if that target has been out in the open for a while and you think that it's going to go unspotted, you could quickly shoot it and extend it by another 12 seconds. However, if that target is completely unspotted and it's hiding in a bush, but you know that it's roughly there, you could blind fire it, and if you hit them, it will mark it on the map for everyone to see. This then allows everybody to go and shoot that location and hopefully take out that light tank, or whatever it is that has been spotted there. Technically detected there, because it's not been spotted. So overall, this goes really, really well for this specific tank, because this is more of a damage dealing tank than anything else. It's not really a true light tank. This is a go in, do the damage, and try and kill the enemy light tank, and then escape, and then go and do the scouting if you need to, or however you can. However, I do feel that moving forwards, this could end up being a little bit like the RHM, where it can get into a mismatch. Because this is the only tier 11 light tank currently, it's not got any other competition than another Borkenkafer, which is fine. It's actually great, perfectly balanced. However, if another light tank comes out which is a true scout, you could run into issues later on where it just out-scouts you on certain maps and you're just a bit useless. A lot like if you are an RHM against a Manticore on Prokhorovka or something like that. You can run into a lot of issues in that scenario. But currently, it's got its own tier, it's got its own matchmaking, it does what it wants, and it's very, very nice to do so. Borken versus Borken and Manticore versus Manticore. Everything is balanced with the world. I don't know if anyone actually has shots before this. I shared a spotting with the Leo 120. The Leo 120 is just going to go and kill the Borken now. He's off on a mission. Look, torpedo activated. Off he goes. The KR1 is off on an adventure though. I think we can just start doing damage, no? Should be able to just start doing some damage here. And that guy just got a load of spotting. The Leo 120, I think has like... Wait, the Leo 120 must have like 3k combined at the moment, or something. This Leo 120 is insane! I mean, he's not lasted an... Okay, he's not there anymore. I've never seen such an aggressive Leo 120 player. Don't have shots on the rat, but we can go ahead and start annoying the Gorilla maybe if he's still here. I mean, this game is already over. I mean, just like that. Done some damage. Not going to get damage on that, though. Where is Panzer 7, man? Oh. I mean, the E50M tried to ram a rat. I get the E50M is good at ramming, but not that good. Mr. Mouse. Man, dealing damage with this tank is just so good. It really is. He's really angry at the Manticore. And only the Manticore, apparently. I mean, in a 15-5 game, you get 5k. We won't need CVS on this map. We want to get onto the hill, though. Getting up onto the hill is very, very important. We load HE to start off with because we're going to meet the Borken probably. Right, where are you at? Hello? Friend? Friend is not here. Wait, we didn't hit that? Huh? Wait, does it not do damage with HE? Or something? Maybe it doesn't do damage with HE. I also can't pen this. Why? Oh. I mean, I'm literally playing between this guy and this guy. The BZ being there is really annoying. Expects to meet the Borken, meets the BZ. Yeah. I wonder if this doesn't do damage if you use it with HE, like on the ability. Because that's a few times that I feel like I've shot something and it's like registered, but it hasn't done damage. Okay. Oh dear. Let me see. Let me see if it does damage. It does do damage. Why did it not... So it hit the gorilla, but it didn't do damage. I don't understand. This tank with like damage dealing loadout is really, really nice. It's just a medium tank, basically. Just a medium tank. Wait, where is it? We can now go down and we start to just clean up. Hello, Borken. Oh. What the... It didn't go quite how I envisioned it. It wasn't quite what I thought was happen. I managed to crash into myself. Somehow. Well, I mean, 4.5? Apply. So there you go. The Borkenkafer Tech 2 Showcase. Hopefully you enjoyed. These tanks are more of a do-anything style of light tank, rather than a pure scout, and they're not really medium tanks either. But they bridge the gap between the two. However, on certain maps, that can be a very, very big issue, because it doesn't always provide, well, the extra bit of scouting that you need to. However, that isn't always the good thing on certain maps, and if you do need to just truly scout, you are a little bit out of luck. But then again, just go and find the enemy light tank, and destroy it, and then you have a free game. See you on the next one.